Why do 75% of teachers find field trips transformative? Let me share my story. My name is Shernita. I wear my red hair as my crown. I am a third-grade teacher, and I took my students to Selma and Montgomery, Alabama. We walked the Edmund Pettus Bridge, where brave souls fought for freedom. We listened to Linda Blackman Lowry, who was just 15 during the historic march led by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. In Selma, we met Jackie Smith, founder of Reflections Coffee Shop. Her story of resilience inspired us. We visited the Foot Soldiers Park, founded by civil rights leader Miss Joanne Bland, who was the youngest to be arrested during the march. Her motto is, "If your piece is missing, the picture isn't complete, because you're the most important piece." We then traveled to Montgomery and took a riverboat ride on the Alabama River, where enslaved people once docked. We visited the legacy sites created by civil rights attorney Bryan Stevenson, including the Legacy Museum and the National Memorial for Peace and Justice. My students and their families learned history they never knew. We walked in solidarity, humility, and empowerment. Thanks to an Education to Action grant from the Institute for Common Power, I am now an educator ambassador. I am a true American patriot, and so are my students. As we returned from our journey, the impact of our trip to Selma and Montgomery began to unfold in the classroom. My students were not just informed, they were transformed. They started asking questions about justice, equality, and their role in shaping the future. They created art projects, wrote essays, and even started a small fundraiser to support local civil rights initiatives. It was as if the spirit of those who marched had ignited a flame within them. Parents shared how their children couldn't stop talking about the trip. They too felt a renewed sense of purpose and pride. It wasn't just a field trip. It was a pilgrimage that connected us to our past and empowered us for the future. Thank you to the Institute for Common Power, the Education to Action Grant Committee, and the civil rights leaders still fighting for freedom. Because of you, our classroom is not just a place of learning, but a beacon of hope and change.